Hey you guys, happy Monday night. The week is off to a great start. It's beautiful weather where I am. We had a great weekend and we're ready to tackle this week again. But I just want to jump on. Over the weekend, I had some conversations with some people and I am working on some projects that I'm super excited about. And so I just wanted to jump on today just to kind of share my excitement and also kind of reflect on what got me to the point I am at today. Because given a few years ago, I would have never thought that I would be in the position that I am. And I've had to look back and reflect and think, how did I get here? What did I do? And as I've been talking to some partners and some business associates that I work with, I hope it's not too windy. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. And it made me reflect on how I've done it. And I've done it layer upon layer and with a lot of patience and a lot of learning. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'm glad you can hear. And so I just am super excited. I texted a friend earlier today and I'm like, I'm so excited. I think my head's going to explode. But I had to look back and think, where did this all start? And I came to the conclusion that it started because I was on the search for security. That's something that's been important to me, and providing a stable life for me and my kids. And when I got divorced, I was really nervous that I wasn't going to be able to do that. And after I got remarried, that brought a little bit more stability, and I felt a little bit more secure. But I still had told myself that I would never rely on anybody else again to take care of me and my kids. And so after I graduated from college, I went searching for security. I wanted to be able to financially take care of myself. And so after having a conversation with a business associate, and I was explaining to him that I wanted financial security, he's like, well, you got it. You got a job. And I kind of looked at him funny, and I was like, yeah, I've got a good job. And he goes, you're right. And guess what? They tell you when to come, don't they? And they tell you when you can leave. And they tell you when you can go on vacation. And they tell you how long of a lunch break you can have. And they give you a fixed hourly rate or salary. They dictate everything for you, don't they? And I was like, you are right. He goes, isn't it just like being in prison? And I was like, oh, well, maybe, kind of, but I didn't really think of it that way because I enjoyed my job and I was good at my job. And I got my job for a purpose because I knew from a young age, being financially stable has always been important to me, but I knew from a young age that I wasn't going to be able to be financially secure, which is what I was actually searching for, because I want to make sure that I always have the means to take care of our expenses. I want to be able to provide a retirement, so to say, so that I'm taken care of long term. And I also want to be able to provide for the fun things in life. And so I've always known that you need multiple streams of income to get to that point. And that also brings in your security, because you're only secure in a job as long as you have that job. When the job stops, the money stops. And so if you have your money in different areas, if one thing goes bad, you're not stuck. You can rely on something else. And so for the past 6-7 years, I've really been focusing on that because it's something that I really desire. And so I knew that I needed a job. I needed something that was going to bring in income, that I could then transition that into something else. And so I know I've been on here before and mentioned that I've got some rental properties that I own and manage, and I do. And so that was something that was providing an additional stream of income too, but I knew the point I was at wasn't going to be sufficient. And so I wanted to be able to build that up to a point to where that was actually going to be my retirement. I wasn't going to need to rely on Social Security, and I wasn't going to need to rely on my 401k or my IRA. That I would have something that I was in more control of, that was going to provide me with the financial security that I wanted, not the job security that most of us look for. And so I knew that in order to purchase more properties or to make other investments, that I was going to need an additional stream of income. And so it's great that we have all of these opportunities out there that don't take a lot of extra additional time, but if you know how to do it, if you know the process in doing it, if you know the how to do it, and not just a why, because there's lots of reasons why you want to do things like that, but if you don't know how, then you're not going to get there. And so that's something that I have worked the last 6-7 years on, was building these layers to get to the point where I feel financially stable and where I feel like I am in a position to do bigger and greater things. And there's a lot of people out there searching for that, and there's a finesse to it. And I've done a lot of educating myself and a lot of interactions with other people that are doing it as well. And it just has gone to the point that it's really super exciting and fun. And I just wanted to put some of that excitement into you guys, that if you're looking for something, if you're in that secure job, but you know that that's not where you want to be, that you want to have something in addition to that, if you want to be able to improve your lifestyle, improve your living situation, that there's ways to do it. And quitting your job is not the answer. Finding something to do in addition to probably is. And there's lots of ways of doing it. There's lots of people out there doing it. But if you want to hook up with me and connect with me, I would love to private message me. We can hook up some sort of phone call where we can just chat and see what your dreams are, what your desires are, where you want to be in life. And I would love to help you figure out the layer upon layer that's going to work for you, because what works for me may not be the thing that works for you. But I do know that having somebody to brainstorm with and to look at opportunities and possibilities, it makes it so that it's not so scary and that it is actually attainable. And so I would love to connect with you and see what we can do to get you on the path that you're searching for financial security, and not just security as of being everything's being dictated by somebody else. So anyways, that's what I have for you tonight. I'm looking forward to this week. There's lots of stuff going on, and I hope you guys have a great evening.